the World Boxing Council, President Jose Sulaiman, Supervisor Eduardo Lamazon, along with the Nevada State Athletic Commission, the Chairman, Dr. Elias Ghanem. Presenting the judges as appointed, Chuck Jampa, Art Lurie, and Barbara Perez. Introducing the referee in charge of this bout, Richard Steele. All right, fans, here we go with the WBC Super Welterweight Championship of the World, scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. Introducing to you first the challenger. On my left, fighting out of the blue corner. He is wearing red trunks with white trim. He is fighting out of and representing the First Fighters Squadron in Campo, California, by way of Lubbock, Texas. His weight, already 153 pounds. His record, 37 wins, 4 losses, 23 wins. Coming by way of knockout, please welcome the former WBC Super Welterweight Champion and current WBC #1 contender, introducing Terrible Terry Norris. And his opponent across the ring is the defending champion on my right, fighting out of the red corner. He is wearing green and yellow trunks, fighting out of Mount Airy, Maryland. His weight at the limit of 154 pounds, and his record includes 41 wins, only 2 losses, with 30 big wins coming by way of knockout. Please welcome the former welterweight titleist and current WBC Super Welterweight Champion of the World in his second title defense, introducing Simon Brown. Once again, he's the referee in charge, Richard Steele.
Okay, you guys, I gave you instructions in the dressing room. I'm cautioning you again. Obey my commands at all times. Shake hands, good luck.
Words of Richard Steele always seems to be involved in controversy. Simon Brown, who told us if I could get Norris into a brawl, that would be nice. But Norris says he's going back to boxing. Extremely low-key in our interview with him yesterday. Told us he really got caught up in all the best pound-for-pound hype, and it went to his head. Here we go, round 1, scheduled for 12 for the WBC Super Welterweight Championship. Norris looking to win it back. He was totally embarrassed by his performance the first time these two got together. He wants to prove it was a fluke. He is on a mission of redemption more than revenge.
Well, he's already come out a little more cautious, but I know, Terry, his heart is so big. If his chin were only as good as his heart is big, he would be unbeatable.
And he has got a big punch. Terry Norris has a big punch.
The chin has become suspect. Simon Brown with a tremendous chin. Exciting, very effective when pressing the action at close range. We've mentioned the term gutsy. He's got a great heart and not a bad left hook.
I'm sure Terry's going to be keying Simon's right hand, because that's what Simon's going to be looking to deliver. And right now, Terry's hands are a little higher than normal, a little quicker, a little smarter, a little sharper defensively.
And a lot more energy. He's fighting in high intensity, and the other guy's fighting as usual, laying around, waiting to see what happens.
Just weeks after his win over Norris, Brown told us if he had lost that fight, he would have retired and opened up a Jamaican restaurant in Maryland. How things have changed. Key to the Norris fight, the fact that Brown and his trainer Adrian Davis had a year to study tapes of Norris. They spent little, if any, time on fights Norris won quickly, concentrated instead on fights with Donald Curry and Sugar Ray Leonard.
What a difference a year makes in boxing, what a difference a day makes.
Break, step back, clean.
I always thought of opening a Maryland restaurant in Jamaica.
Terry's first rematch. He said to us he felt fine in his dressing room, but once he got into the ring, he just wasn't there that first time. He wanted to box Simon, but without that quote-unquote feeling, he tried to take Brown out quickly. He just simply said, I beat myself. I came in slugging.
Well, he's boxing now.
Yes, he is.
I'll tell you what, he's stepping sharply. He's using great hand speed, good combinations. He's not absorbing anything. He's not opening himself up to anything, but Simon Brown's got that confident look in his eye, as if he knows he's going to hurt him as soon as he hits him.
Terry Norris feels Simon Brown continually hit him with illegal shots to the back of the head of that first fight. Brown denies it, called Norris a crybaby, and said that Norris consistently hits opponents after they're down.
Keep punching.
Terry has gotten a little over anxious on
Protect
occasion.
yourself. Protect yourself.
Norris said he believed he tried to take Brown out too quickly. He'll stop rolling, and here is Terry Norris with an assault. Norris pouring it on.
Break. Stop back. Stop back.
Well, I'll tell you what, clearly this round is Terry Norris's.
But jam him twice a little bit more. Jam him twice. Make sure you keep jamming. How you feel? Give me a little water. Give me the bucket. Where the bucket? Where the bucket go?
Well, Norris looks like he had been fighting the whole round, waiting to get off into the old Norris. As he gets to the last part of the round, watch his flurry. He's trying to back him up. He's trying to connect any which way he can. Some of those are very sloppy punches, but boy, there's some uppercuts in there. Had they landed, would have done damage. Punches to the side, very good.
What he did through the whole round was show that championship patience he needs to show. When he gets a chance, though, he's got an offensive mind and an offensive heart. He wants to unload these shots. Some of them were clean. He worked to the body. He didn't forget what he's supposed to do. Work upstairs, work downstairs, and he didn't overthrow the punches. He did a good job.
He did, and he won that round big. But I hasten to remind you that it was during those punches that he got hit by Simon before.
And I'm sure he's aware of it.
Yeah, Simon took mercy. He didn't throw too much then. He just watched the charge and lost the round. Let's see when Simon gets on track. He's such a calm fighter, Bobby. I'm used to seeing him not do anything for 3 or 4 rounds and then get started.
He is at that.
Brown and Norris do not agree on much, but both believe a secret to the fight was Simon's ability to roll with the punches. He certainly didn't roll with them there. He just couldn't get out of the way of them. Despite what appeared like vicious punches by Norris, Brown told us he was never hurt in that first fight. Brown also said, I hope he doesn't get lazy again, because if he does, they'll count to 10 and then they'll count to 1,000.
There's no question about it. Simon Brown can punch, and he's shown us that great chance. But he can't just keep taking punches. He's got to land them, and right now he's not landing them.
And back goes Norris.
Nice hard hook by Norris. Caught Simon Brown by surprise.
And now a right followed up by a combination by Norris.
See, what Terry Woods doesn't want to do here is get lulled into making it another barroom brawl.
And boy, Simon's a gambler. He's willing to take all those punches until the guy gets so confident that he's punching out with him, as he did last time, not bringing his hands out.
Punch to get out.
Brown said he wanted to get this into a brawl. But as we pointed out, Terry Norris wanted to box more, but it's been just the opposite.
Well, Simon Brown has to rely on his chin to offset some of the other things that Terry Norris has, the speed, the power, the overall physical strength. So he's got to rely on that chin and unload when he has time, but usually that means he's getting hit in between.
Well, vintage Terry Norris is explosive power and speed. Well-disciplined, throws lots of punches. Excellent technician. Look at this. Maybe a little holding it hitting, but Richard Steele let it go on.
Well, actually, Simon Brown held his hand. He's allowed to hit him.
Simon had better think twice the next time, because he got pummeled by repeated rights by Terry Norris.
Oh, nice right hand by Terry Norris.
Norris just throwing everything at Brown.
Brown's a seasoned veteran and a champion 3 times over. He'll wait for his spot, and it'll have to come sooner or later. Terry can't fight the whole entire fight and not get hit. That's what he's waiting for.
So things settle down.
But Terry's now back to boxing.
And the crowd reacts. Less than 20 seconds left in the second round. It has been a good early fight for Terry Norris. Unloading again. Combinations to the head. And he's got Brown all over the place.
I don't care how good your chin is, you can't just keep taking those round after round without some effects.
And a very interested observer, 2-time world champion Julian the Hawk Jackson. Like his opponent, Gerald McClellan, a powerful puncher over the years, Tonight, Jackson looks to avenge his loss of the WBC middleweight title to McClellan. Jackson and McClellan have combined for 73 knockouts out of a possible 83 fights.
Keep in center of that face. Her nose. That eye's gonna swell to be more. You work on that nose and eye.
You're the champ. You're the champ.
Norris winning these rounds with these effective attacks in which he puts together a series of punches, just hoping to wear down Simon. And I think, as Bobby just said, you just can't possibly take that round after round after round and not slow up.
He's got to fire back, Freddie.
Well, he's certainly laying a trap. If he doesn't close it, he's going to find himself on the canvas.
He's going to find himself locked in his own trap.
Yep. He's laying his trap. He's letting him, hoping he's going to come back and just get nuts again and box with him and just try to punch with him.
Round 3. Is there more pressure on Brown to retain, proving the first fight was not a fluke? Do you believe that?
Well, you know, when fighters this great in matchups like this with the amount of talent in the ring, they could fight 10 times and maybe 7 one way, 3 another, 6 and 4, or 5 and 5. I don't know that fluke is the right word, but on that day, Terry Norris was not the better man. It's that simple.
Well, that's what Norris's manager says, Joe Sayanovich. He says he doesn't like to call it a fluke. He simply says Brown was in the right place at the right time.
Well, I'll tell you, I know Orlin Norris Sr.'s in the corner. He's talking with his son. Orlin Norris Jr. has my old title, cruiserweight title. A very boxing talented family. They're boxing wise. I know he's going to press on him to do the boxing thing.
Orlin Sr., a semi-pro fighter in the late 60s.
Well, he's certainly doing it now. He's boxing, and then he just moves around, comes in right there, and then goes back to boxing. Wins the round, and that's it. Another one in the bank.
His hands are so quick and accurate, it's almost impossible to defend.
Well, and Simon says, I don't mind being hit. I know he's going to hit me. I just kind of move my head with a punch. Well, I don't know about that, but he has not been hurt by it.
Norris continues to control this fight. He is in command.
I would think that if he blows this round again, his corner is going to say, okay, that's enough of that now. Let's go get him. He's not going to fall into our trap. Let's go fight.
Norris 37-4 with 23 knockouts. Had 10 successful defenses. Oh, good right hand by Brown! Out of nowhere.
First good one.
Threw a nice right uppercut on the inside. Snapped Terry's head back. But look, Terry's feet are under him. He is fine. He's back to boxing. He's not using that prideful charge now to get back at it.
Yeah, he passed the first test. That was the kind of clocker that put him down the last time. He passed it with flying colors.
We saw that kind of a shot by Troy Waters. Put him on the canvas as well before the Simon Brown affair.
Come on, fight to get out. Right, come on, come on.
Richard Steele, who refereed Chavez Randall, won. Took 2 points away from Chavez for low blows. Turned out to be the difference in the split decision.
This type of fight won't be as filled with the same type of excitement as the first one, but this is the only fight Norris can fight to minimize what he has to absorb, and that's the whole objective for him here.
If he keeps this up, he wins the championship. But
I agree.
can he keep this up? That's the different thing. As you say, he's got this huge heart and the desire to fight.
Final seconds of round 3. And a good finish for Norris.
You're the champ. You're the champ.
You're killing him, baby.
No, it's okay.
All right, get
That's
your
okay.
deep breath.
Take deep breath.
Get another last take.
Ice back.
Some deep breath.
It's okay then.
Look at this. Look at this. Going fine,
Just
baby.
lay down.
Okay, you work your jab a little more. Get down.
Lay back, lay back, lay back. Lay back, champ.
Work your jab a little more. This is round 4.
How you feel?
Yes, going good.
Huh?
Well, it wasn't all Terry Norris, because Brown, oh, look at that nice right hand. Now that, on another occasion, sat Terry Norris down. It was right on the button, and it was just with the right amount of aim. Let's take another look. Bobby from the
Here
top.
you can see from overhead. I thought it was an uppercut, but actually it was just like up on the inside, right down the pipe, and that's where he's been hurting him in the past, at least anyway, and I'm sure he's going to try it some more.
Oh, now he's got to step up the action. He's behind 3 rounds to nothing on Mike Hardy hasn't done it.
I concur. 3 rounds to zip.
And that's a long way to go in a championship when you're fighting a man with the talent of Terry Norris.
Round number 4. Simon Brown, 41-2, 30 knockouts. Norris continues to look very crisp. The 2 losses by Brown versus Buddy McGirt in November of '91. Then he thought he was through after that, but he came back. Then he had the detached retina surgery. Here's Terry Norris climbing all over, blanketing Simon Brown. Then he lost to Marlon Starling in '85.
Oh, there's the uppercut.
Back comes the Brown.
Let's see what he can't do. After hitting lows like that, he can't sit there and wait for Simon Brown to fight back. Punch, you want to stop, you want to rest, do it from out of range.
Here's where Simon should punch. Right when he's there, because he's trying to do a little bravado. He got hurt. Trying to do a little bravado like, no, that didn't hurt me. That's when Simon should have come on.
Don't hold him. Work your way out. Wait, somebody.
Terry Norris controlling the opening 3 rounds. Brown has gotten 2 good punches off. Norris unloads.
What Terry's doing too on the inside is he's moving his head more and his body. He's giving him some different angles. Instead of just that straightforward offensive mind, he has defense on the brain now.
He's outboxing him. He is just doing a thing of beauty here.
Don't
He
hold
just doesn't
him.
get
Once you
caught.
get out. Break somebody.
Terry Norris is fighting the way he's programmed to fight and the way he can fight with a gigantic amount of talent he's got. So let's see if he can keep it up. It's the consistency of that game plan that we're going to test over 12 rounds.
Norris's biggest change coming into this rematch is in attitude and strategy.
Keep working.
He says it's all mental. He's just got to think boxing instead of slugging.
He said he's not going to think about any knockouts anymore. All decisions, he said, and some knockouts will just happen to come along.
Yes, if Brown makes a mistake. Oh, Brown just made a mistake. And Terry Norris takes advantage. Brown opened himself up by showboating.
He opened his hand up. He started doing like that, waving the buffalo punch. And Norris said, "The hell with that," and hit him with a left hook right in the mouth.
And a good one it was. I'm telling you, I tell you what a jaw on Simon Brown. He is losing this fight by a mile, but what a jaw on this guy. Terry, you take that terrible, punch to the top of the head back.
Thumping right cross, yes, by Simon Brown, but he has to be wondering to himself, why did I just do that a moment ago? Norris smiling, taunting, throwing combinations. So cocky and confident right now.
He's just outboxing him. He's feeling his oats. He's saying, hey, this is going to be my night.
You got to watch that cocky confidence stuff, though, because just a minute ago, Brown didn't get hurt.
The gutsy Simon Brown. He was very confident before he got knocked down by Julian Jackson.
Wow, what a performance by terrible Terry Norris.
He's getting away with so many things. And when he's throwing his flurries, just cut a shot. You did it before the left hook. Cut a shot. Okay. Rinse your mouth out there.
Yeah, here's for all of you who like to showboat. Whoop, 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 and here's for you. Whack. That goes to show you can't get away with all that foolishness in prime time fighting.
It's not something I'd recommend. This is a business job. Take care of it. All business.
Well, few people have had the talent like Ali and maybe Sugar Ray Leonard to get away with that, but very few. Well, I would think there's a great deal of anxiety. Let's look at from overhead, Bobby.
Well, you look at him overhead. He's just playing. He's doing something, trying to maybe even psych himself up. Terry steps in, puts his hands up, bang, right on the chin.
I think Simon has got to start thinking about coming through and stopping all the dancing.
Round number 5, scheduled for 12. Norris on the attack once again.
Oh, boy, I mean, you're talking about a guy that's mad. Terry Norris is talking to him. He's snarling at him. He's mad. He is really steamed.
I feel like we're in the NBA.
Yeah.
Right now, I think Simon Brown is trying to convince himself that he's going to change the pace. He's going to pick up the momentum and make it swing. He's doing little things physically, and he's taunting Terry back a little bit, but it's not really working.
Look how he waits for Terry Norris. He waits for him as if the magic of the last fight's going to happen again.
Norris just picking his spots, going to the body, going to the head.
It may well happen again, but that certainly is a risky maneuver when you're giving away every round.
Well, Norris went to school. He did his homework. He studied tapes. This is certainly the complete antithesis of what we saw against Simon Brown in the first fight.
Well, you see, in the first fight, he had an offensive mind, almost one-dimensional. Go forward, unleash big bombs all over the place, just offense, offense. Here, he's boxing. He's taking a little bit off some of the punches, not all big, some quick, some devastating, some to the body, some to the head, and he's moving. There he goes, bouncing, getting in his rhythm, staying outside, not absorbing, keeping his hands high. He's doing everything better for what he has to do to win.
And he is just canvassing the champion, Simon Brown. Brown being frustrated by the man who so dearly wants his title back.
No holding.
You know, there comes a point of no return when you're behind in rounds, you need a knockout, but there also becomes a physical point of no return when you absorb this much punishment that you don't have the knockout shot left in your system. Brown has got to start inflicting some damage, some pain, head, body, anywhere, or he'll never slow Terry down.
At the very least, the body. At the very least, he got drunk off looking at that knockout festival that he has and has not come bound to the body. In the meantime, look at all the talking he's doing. He's laughing at it. Terry Norris is laughing.
Terry should take a little lesson on not hanging his tongue out.
The taunting and trash talking rages on. The crowd getting a kick out of it. Simon Brown, he is one guy though who never loses his spirit. Always dangerous, particularly if he's behind, as we saw against Maurice Blocker recently. His biggest flaw though is his defense. He opens himself up, as we saw in this fight.
Well, nice right hand by Simon. Didn't move. Terry Norris, he's taking some good shots and didn't move like they did last time.
As we enter the dressing room of WBC middleweight champion Gerald McClellan, quickly becoming recognized as one of the most devastating punchers in boxing since his 5th round KO of Julian Jackson almost exactly a year ago to the day. McClellan has successfully defended his title 2 times. Tremendous knockout ratio.
All the movement you do is slide to the right that way. The hard way, you know what I mean? Make them move that way. And stay to it. Don't do it. Force him again. Force him to fight. You're chasing him a little too much. Tuck it in deep. Take it in. Give me the mouthpiece. Simon, come inside, on. Grip them shots, baby. You inside, grip them. You hear me, Simon? Inside, grip.
Boy, it really looks like Brown is doing some heavy soul searching as he comes out to begin round number 6. He was just pacing around, looking down, staring at the canvas in his corner. How do I turn this thing around?
Well, Terry's certainly having things his way, but I think you should take a lesson from what he did to Brown when Brown got a little cocky, a little fancy, and not do that. Stick to what he's doing. He's doing it perfectly.
Yeah, he's starting to get a little too cocky.
Little left sweeping hook.
Why not? He's won all 5 rounds, and it doesn't look like this guy has any thought of how to get to Terry to settle down into a fight.
See, right here, Terry can take his rest if he wants. He's got a 5-round lead. He can do what he wants. Simon Brown now has all the onus on him to press the fight, make the fight, and take the fight and win it.
Let's see if he does press the attack. First, he's got to catch the speedy Norris, and Norris comes right back. Combination. Brown lumbering.
No spinning, work great.
Norris up on the balls of his feet.
I don't think that Norris's chin has really been tested at all.
Not tonight, it hasn't.
He's gotten a few shots, not big on him.
Brown's chin certainly has been tested, but it's very strong. He's been dropped just twice.
Look how careless Terry just got just then. Bobby was bouncing around with his gloves down. That's really careless all of a sudden. He's kept his gloves up. He's kept his motion, his brains together. He's not... He is fighting a wonderful gameplay. Just wonderful.
When fighters start to get into that feeling good mode, and they feel like they're in that zone, they can do no wrong. You'll see them do some strange things.
I just saw it, yeah.
I've been guilty of it myself.
He said that was what was missing in the last fight. He came into the ring, and he just didn't feel right. Certainly not the case here tonight. It's been all Norris. Wild miss there by Brown. And Brown is seeing the real Terry Norris.
That's about as real as it gets, ladies and gentlemen.
Simon has got to step up the action. He can't go back here. He's got to go forward. He's got to be looking for that action. He's not looking for it. He's waiting for it to get delivered to his doorstep.
Brown is 30, Norris 26.
I'll tell you what, that right hand got more than Simon Brown's attention. I saw a little wobble in the legs. I saw it again. A little less sturdy than they have been.
Now some showboating by Norris. The bell for round 6. The MGM Grand Garden capacity 15,200 for boxing, enjoying the action as Terry Norris dictates the tempo. This mega resort hotel, casino, theme park, and special events complexes of Butte. Let's go over to Montel Williams with a special guest.
Thanks a lot, Steve. I'm here with Sugar Ray Leonard. Sugar Ray, you're watching Norris right now. I mean, it looks like the old Norris. What do you think?
Well, I think Terry is displaying a just perfect combination of punches, using his speed. He's using what got him there. But if he gets too cute, one punch can turn the tables.
Well, I like the way he kind of turned the tables on Brown's little bolo thing.
Yeah, I tell you what, this is a perfect fight, perfect scenario, boxer, puncher. Terry Norris, the boxer.
All right, so who do you think is going to come out the victor at the end of this?
If he keeps it up, he'll win. If not, we'll see the champion retain his title.
All right, well, there you go. You just heard it from Sugar Ray, so let's go back over to Steve Albert.
Thank you very much, Montel. Perfect timing as we begin round number 7. Steve Albert, the fight doctor, Bobby Chess, two-time world champion, Ferdy Pacheco, huh? You like how I switched that?
I'm a fight doctor. I could have been.
I just want to make sure you're on your toes, and that's where Simon Brown has to be right here.
Simon Brown looks almost disinterested. He came out of the corner and looked up into the crowd like, you know, counting the houses. I mean, why isn't he out there with any fire? Why isn't he trying to get this thing? This is the way the title is going to disappear from him, because he's certainly not going to catch this, Terry.
Well, if he's looking for answers, it's not in the crowd.
He could be at that physical point of no return, Freddie, where the abuse he's taken for the 6 rounds has just zapped him to the point of, I just want to survive. I don't really need to win yet.
Well, maybe he's too frustrated. He doesn't know how to get the guy to stop and fight. I mean, the game plan's perfect. He's executing it perfect. There just doesn't seem to be any flaw in Terry Norris. He's got a weak chin. Well, nobody will ever find out because he's not getting hit.
And Terry Norris, very deliberate, methodical fashion. He's in no rush. He's in total command. But it's Simon Brown who has to go on the attack, and he's not.
He's got to press it. He has to, you know, go after the fight to win. Go to win the fight, not just stay. Now, we don't know, some things may be wrong. He may really be hurt from some of the body shots, some of the shots to the chin. He's absorbed a good amount of punishment.
See, he inches in close so that he can punch, and then he gets punched. He's inching in forward a little at a time, gets there, and Terry does all the punching.
Well, against all odds, Simon Brown shocked the boxing world, became the biggest upset winner of 1993 when he topped Terry Norris. But it's all Terry Norris so far in the rematch.
Well, somebody had a flash of genius when they called this a revenge night. We saw revenge in that first fight, and it looks like revenge is coming back in spades.
Well, we knew repeating was going to be difficult. We really did. Terry got his wake-up call, and so far he's listened to that call perfectly.
Former champions have a way of coming back and learning their lesson and winning. And so far, Terry is a brilliant example of that right now. He's won every round handily. He doesn't look like he's going to forget his game plan. He's boxing beautifully, and moreover, he looks like he's enjoying it.
Reminiscent of the James Buddy McGirt fight, where McGirt pretty much dominated the entire fight. Simon Brown has won 7 straight since losing to James Buddy McGirt. But that record, that streak may be in jeopardy here tonight with Norris looking for redemption.
I'll tell you what, there's no quitting Simon Brown. He just missed 2 punches that he meant business with. So Terry's got to watch his P's and Q's and continue to stay smart defensively.
Another barrage here by Norris, and mistakenly, Simon Brown holding on to Norris's arm, and with the other arm, Norris able to connect.
Here's where he's dangerous with the uppercut, though. He didn't throw it.
All right, baby. You kicking his ass, okay? You got it.
All right, champ. That's Terry Norris.
Just work him, don't let him hit you. You got it.
Just listen to
Keep working, don't let him hit you.
Come on. Keep moving. Keep moving, champ.
Hey, them body shots is great, okay?
Yeah.
A little bit more harder with him. A little bit more harder. Every chance you get. I mean, don't take a chance. I'm getting caught. When you set him up on it,
That's enough.
try to break him. One. Fuck it in. Come on. Which way? Suck it in. Yeah. And Lewis, when you drop the right hand, don't hit any numbers of 2s and 3s. Don't hit it just one.
You ain't throwing that left hook enough either, Simon.
Come on.
Shorten that shit up and go in through. Okay, baby.
You gotta do first, man. This guy. Still in the way. Go. Give me the run him up. Run him up. 3 seconds out. Go. Put the pressure in.
The advice from Adrian Davis in the Simon Brown corner as we go into round number 8. You know, in the Norris fight 1, Brown initially planned to stay away from Norris for the first few rounds. For less than an hour before the bout, Adrian Davis discovered the ring was a puncher's ring, a very small ring. They believe this was done to help Chavez and Norris, but a different scenario here.
Well, I'll tell you, I'd be hard-pressed to score the fight any other way than a shutout right now, and I'll be real interested to see which of the judges gave Simon Brown a round in the first 7.
I cannot see any reason to give him a round.
The judges, Barbara Perez from Barnegat, New Jersey. That's the wife of referee Tony Perez. Art Lurie and Chuck Giampa of Las Vegas.
Well, it looks like Terry Norris read the old great trainer, Sam Langford, said, find out what the other guy wants to do to you and then don't let him do it. That in the essence, is what boxing is all about. He's found out what Simon Brown wants to do, and he's not letting him do it, and he's having his own way. So, once again, that axiom comes true.
Well, just as Jesse James Leha fought a beautiful, intelligent fight. Boy, he just got tagged, did Terry Norris, by a right hand.
Well, you know, as we said, it's like walking through a minefield. We're looking at a perfect shutout, which could change with a punch. But right now, it doesn't look like Simon's got it in his mind to land that one punch. He's not throwing enough punches real hard, and then he gets hit after that. Now, he got hurt just then.
Yeah, Terry's got to stay smart, use those counters. That's what's keeping the offensive onslaught of Simon Brown to a bare minimum.
Going back to what Sugar Ray Leonard said to Montez. Now, a swift combination, though, by Norris.
He really got hit. 2 or 3 times he's been hit hard, and he's been hurt. That's Simon Brown.
Good left jab by Brown.
And that's the jab that put him down, but it didn't do it this time.
You know what? Simon Brown hit him, and Terry said something to him. And Simon Brown didn't go for the kill. That was the time. That was one of the times you got to let it hang out and take your chance.
Some riveting punches being landed by both men. Left hook by Brown. That rocked Norris momentarily. Now Brown showing a lot of confidence all of a sudden.
This is when he comes on.
When Brown was in the corner, he asked, how many more rounds are there? He knows where he is. He's in the land of no return without a knockout.
In the land of Oz, here at the MGM Grand, strange things can happen. Brown now doing the stalking. And down the one knee, a slip by Terry Norris from the moisture in that corner. Probably carried over from the last fight.
That was clearly just a slip on the water. And I'll tell you what, Simon Brown took a shot at him while he was down.
Yes. Any trick in the book. And that is it for round 8. Wild round.
We gotta deal with the pain a little bit, champion. We got him. We got him. Stop waiting on the shot. You had him going. Just that jab that knocked him down. That was it. The same jab. You got to put more pressure. Please, when you get him standing still, go 4-5.
You cannot hit him when he's down. You deadly slip or you're not. You cannot hit him.
Brown has finally gotten to the point where he wants to test his chin and see if it'll work. Now, that's a good shot there. It was kind of a sliding shot and not a solid one, but that's the kind that if it lands strong, here's that jab. Last time, knocked him down. Watch. Bang.
Yeah.
Same kind of jab. Now watch what he did. And Terry Norris said, nah, this time it didn't work.
But later on in the corner, he's backed up there. He's watching, waiting for Simon Brown, and just slips, and Brown will take a little stab at him.
And his corner said that jab knocked him down. Take any port in the storm when you're lying in the corner. You see, he hit him with a jab and he slipped. Yeah, on the water he slipped.
The over-under was 7 rounds. We are now into round 9. Brown came in a slight underdog after he was a slight favorite. Terry Norris right back to the head of Brown.
Some of those punches that Norris got hit in the last round, even though they were clean, Norris is not getting hit with the fresh shots. Simon Brown's not. He doesn't have the stuff he had early in the fight or in the last fight because he's taken so much abuse, and that's why we don't see the effects.
Boy, Terry Norris just spinning Simon Brown around. And Brown got tagged.
Work your way out. Break. Step back. Step back.
He can't get off. Simon Brown can't get off. He's got him right in his sights, and he doesn't get off. See, right here. He can't get off.
That's because Norris gets up first.
Terry's also using the ropes masterfully. He's bending on him. He's springing off him and jumping in with good left hooks right inside Simon Brown's hands.
Norris has this thing diagnosed perfectly.
See, when your hands are so quick that you got to worry about getting hit with those combinations, you pay attention to them too much and not enough of your offense. And Simon Brown's peeking, peeking, peeking. Bang, he gets hit.
They met for the first time December 18th, 1993. Norris knocked out in the 4th round by Simon Brown to lose the WBC Super Welterweight title in Puebla, Mexico.
For the first time, Simon showing frustration on his face. He dropped his gloves like saying, oh, come on, are we going to keep this up or are we going to fight? And the answer is yes. We're going to keep this up to 12, and I'm going to be the new champion. As Terry Norris uses that hand speed once again to slick him.
Machine gun-like.
Break. Step back.
By Terry Norris.
Wonderful exhibition of boxing in fast hands on the part of Terry Norris.
And then the defensive skills of Norris to elude Simon Brown.
Well, if he made a mistake a few months ago, he's certainly correcting it today.
Ooh, hard right by Norris.
Nice job by Norris.
Simon Brown does have some chin. Right now the fight's kind of fallen into a little bit of a rut where nobody's being real dominant, nobody's being real effective, but this is what Terry wants. Just let the rounds tick by now because he's got him in the bank.
Vintage Terry Norris. Now Brown takes a step back. Takes a big deep breath, and Norris comes right at him.
It's almost as if Brown drops a blunt and says, come on. And he answered.
Oh, pushing by Norris. Richard Steele says, stop it.
Simon Brown's corner's got to go crazy. He invites him in. He's in, and then he does nothing. He says, thank you, and he does nothing. I mean, Simon Brown's corner's got to go. Let's listen.
Beautiful work.
Very good, very good.
That's a boxing lesson, champion. That's a boxing lesson.
You're strong?
Good shot.
Good. Good. Oh, really? Can you make your mind, Simon? Those 3 shots you got, you keep running them with 1. You got those 3 shots. 3, please, for me. But 3.
All right, here's the sequence. Look at him spin. Look, Norris spins him over, drops a little right hand to remind him there's more to come, and later.
Well, you know, Terry's doing what he wants to do. Simon's trying to come in, making, you know, an effort at least now. Terry's slipping, working on the inside, moving his head, counter with a right hand to the side of the temple. Nothing real serious there, but Terry's being effective with everything.
And round 10. Earlier tonight, Jesse James Leha recorded a unanimous decision over Azuma Nelson to take the championship away from the Warrior. And here Terry Norris looking to atone for his loss against Simon Brown. And doing a marvelous job. Wild swing and a miss by Brown. Again, that gorgeous duck under move by Norris. Norris in exquisite physical condition. Body well chiseled. Been dancing around most of the night. Left hand by Norris.
You can see how comfortable Terry is. He sees the punches, he blocks them, he slips them, he counters. He takes a rest when he wants to take a rest because Simon's not forcing him.
You know what? He doesn't even look tired at all. Terry. Terry looks like he's in the gym just having a good time.
Little smile, little smirk from the face of Terry Norris. He is. He's enjoying himself, and he enjoyed himself there. Combination to Brown's head.
He is punishing Brown for what he did to him, and he is having a good time doing it.
Come on, that's a break.
Boy, this is sweet redemption.
Yep, they call this the revenge fight. That is exactly what's happening before your eyes.
Well, he is exacting his revenge, but he can't get sloppy. He's still got a couple more rounds after this one, those championship rounds. But I don't think Simon Brown has the zing left after all the abuse his body's taken to deliver.
Oh, that one hurt a little bit. Right on the top of the head, as you said, Bobby, sometimes that really stunts him. Look at that. He's getting a little too much punishment.
And a left hand by Brown.
And it was clean. It was clean. It got Terry's attention, but his legs are under him. I'm watching his legs. Can't get sloppy. Tell you what, he might have got a little more hurt just a minute ago than we thought.
Brown has to feel at this particular stage that he could deck Norris with one punch. Perhaps that's what he's waiting for.
This is certainly the best position we've ever seen him in to do some damage.
Terry's a fighter, so he'll clear his head, and he's showing me that he's thinking better, he's thinking smarter, and he's conditioned his mind to react and his body the way he wants to box and use defense.
The old Terry Norris would have stood there and fought with this guy as soon as he felt stung, and that's when he got knocked out. But boy, this one is perfect.
Good right hand, but it was blocked by Norris. Norris fighting off the ropes.
Keep him up.
Combination to the head of Brown. And Brown saying to himself, this is not the same man I fought back on December 18th.
I'll tell you what, it's the first round you can make an argument that maybe Simon Brown almost won. Hard to say, but I'll tell you what, if he won one, this was the only one.
Come on, Chuck, come on. Come on, suck it in. Come on, man. Come on, we champions. Come on, when you're feeling that pain, you're still beating them. Come on, champ, pick it up. Now we gotta go for broke, baby. You gotta give it up, okay? One more round, okay? One more. One more, okay? Give it up. Okay. Give it up. Short. There's no lot short here on the inside. Don't go on the rope. All right. Okay? Just keep moving. Deep breath. Deep breath. What round is this?
10. 11. Don't park, okay,
on,
for nothing.
All right. So
Don't park for nothing.
You don't
You
know
got
two, you gotta be
6 minutes to go. You got 6 minutes to go. You gotta work for 6 minutes, and the title is yours. You're pitching a shutout.
But whose corner was that?
I don't know. I don't want him for my doctor. That's wild optimism. Just last 6 minutes and the title is yours, they told Simon Brown. Oh, boy.
Adrian Davis, the trainer in Simon Brown's corner, who engineered the upset over Terry Norris in December, leading. He knows the score. He knows what's going on. Certainly not that position.
As much as fighters will do anything to win, the corner will do anything to motivate them.
We want to wish the very best to our colleague, David Fox, who is in the hospital. Get well, David. Best to you. Round 11.
Well, certainly no worry is etching the face of Simon Brown. He doesn't look like he thinks he's losing the title. I mean, I agree with Bobby. He's lucky to have won that last round just to save himself the abject embarrassment of a shutout.
Well, I think Simon Brown realizes right now that unless he really delivers that Hail Mary, I don't think he really expects to come out of here with his belt.
Well, he's certainly not doing anything that indicates that.
Wicked right hand by Norris, followed up by a left. And again on his bicycle, having his way with the champion. And Norris just wisely keeping his distance, attacking like that when he can.
So great is the mastery of Terry Norris, unless he gets clocked here, that I can't even think of any reason to have a rematch in this fight. It's almost a shutout. I've never seen a championship fight where all 12 rounds look like it's going to be a shutout. And that's what he's doing. It's a complete mastery of Terry Norris over Simon Brown.
He's back to the Terry Norris that beat the great Sugar Ray, and he is showing you that this is the fighter that had that pound for pound, or at least talked about it for a while. Not the one that Simon Brown knocked out.
The Terry Norris, who won 15 consecutive fights with 6 straight knockouts prior to the loss to Brown. He defended his title 3 times in '93 before his loss to Brown.
Simon just has no game plan. His game plan is to invite him in and accept as many punches as he can, and then reset and accept some more punches. I don't see any way he can win a fight doing this.
You can't help but think that maybe Simon Brown's hurt somewhere, whether it was the punches or missing a punch or somewhere along the way, because he normally would at least try hard. He would at least give it that all-out effort, and I see now that his body doesn't seem to have it.
Yeah, he seems to have surrendered.
We said in the early rounds, a man who never loses his spirit, always dangerous, but we have not seen that here tonight. Now he steps back frustrated by the dancing of Norris.
I think he's given up in his head. In his head, it's all over.
I want you to put tight pressure and stay close to him so he can't punch. Okay? Okay, stay close to him. Move your head from side to side and stay close to him. Stay close to him. Put pressure on him, okay? Simon, this is your last and final round. Okay, you hear me? Just stay close
And the
to him.
last round that
Put
you're going to be a
pressure,
champion
stay close to him.
of this
Try to
division.
hit in threes for a chance, please. Threes. Okay. That's all you got to do. Thank you, Richard.
You're pitching a shutout.
You're real serious about this one.
The belt is back. Okay? That's what you wanted, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Don't get careless. Don't get carried away. The fight is yours. Okay? You're the champion. You're the champion. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. You can do it. Don't drop your hands. Keep up in that jab. Keep up in the jab in his face.
Very clear and concise, the words of Rudy Elias in Terry Norris's corner. They touch gloves, round 12. Yes, Norris has been throwing a shutout.
Pretty much all he has to do is stay on his feet and finish the round, and
Yeah.
it's his fight.
He
Can't get careless here.
could give it to him wrapped in a ribbon and still win this fight by a mile. But again, no indication from Simon Brown, no fire, no desire, no desperation, no thought I better get in there and finish this.
No sense of urgency whatsoever.
None whatsoever.
Frank Tate did the same thing to Mike Weaver for 15 rounds. He got knocked out with a half a minute left or something.
Now the crowd booing. Simon Brown not pressing the attack. Terry Norris doing what he has to do.
Well, I think that Terry's tarnished reputation has just been brushed up to a fine polish. Now he's back to being terrible Terry Norris. Now he's terrible and brilliant boxing Terry Norris.
The nightmare may be over for Terry Norris.
The revenge has been established. 2 out of 2 fights so far and 2 more to go.
That is exactly what he called that fight with Simon Brown, December 18th, 1993. It was a nightmare.
Well, he's having a hell of a nice dream tonight.
Good right hand, though, by Simon Brown.
Not enough in it, though. It's too little, too late.
Wild misses by Brown. Norris only smiles. We're coming up to the final minute.
Oh, that's incredible.
Brown takes a step back.
And he should care less.
Something's wrong. There has to be something wrong where he's just basically thrown in his towel himself. Physically, something's got to bother him, or he would at least take a charge.
And the cascade of boos. The reaction to Simon Brown. Less than 30 seconds in the fight.
Hard to conceive of a title fight between 2 such talented fighters can result in a virtual shutout. Hard to conceive. But it happened right before our very eyes. Look at this. Look at this. That's almost disgusting.
10 seconds, let's go.
So Terry Norris is going to be the champion again.
Yeah, I don't even think the Las Vegas judges could change this one around. But I am curious. I am real curious to see what the scoring will be, though, where the rounds, if or any, were given to Simon Brown. I could sneak him that one round, and outside of that, I really can't see any.
Bold words from Bobby Ches, who may have to step into a Las Vegas ring again someday.
Yeah, but, you know, the judges who did some of the scoring that I'm talking about know that I got the right to question.
Okay. Terry Norris hugging Mom.
Come on, Sam.
I told Mark Ratner I'm afraid to come here.
Terry Norris's mom gave him the nickname Terrible Terry. It had nothing to do with fighting. He was just always in trouble as a little kid.
You did it. You did it. Okay.
And all smiles for Terry Norris, who probably won every round in this fight against Simon Brown, who just clearly gave up.
The only round that could have been possibly thought to go to Brown was round number 10. I just can't see anywhere else that you could even come close to an even round.
When fights would change, he would run mostly than he would fight.
So we are standing by for the official decision up in the ring. Simon Brown surrounded by friends and family. That's his wife. Let's go over to Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of boxing here at the MGM Grand, here are the score totals. Judge at ringside, Chuck Giampa scores about 116 to 112. Art Lurie scores at 117 to 111. Barbara Perez scores about 119 to 109. All three in favor of the winner by unanimous decision and new champion terrible, Terry Norris.
Keep him.